Welcome everyone to the Decoders channel, and GM everyone, and tonight we have a special stream with like the Monkey Dao team, a part of the team, Maurice and Benny, and a bit later, Super Simon. Guys, welcome on the channel. It's such an amazing pleasure that I have to host you and to talk about like the Gen3 mints. It's gonna be awesome.
Hey, super excited to be here.
Yeah, same as well. Looking forward to when Simon makes his as well.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be cool. And like I'm so excited for the Gen3. My monkey is ready to get upgraded, going to the barrel, and then like get like this sweet update. It's gonna be nice, man.
We're excited for you for sure.
Yeah. And so everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. And what's up, Oshi? What's up, VP? If you're good. And everyone on the Twitter space, if you want to see our pretty face, you can also join us on the YouTube. And let's talk about monkeys.
Let's have no problem talking about monkeys, Thomas, I promise.
And yes, VP, I have a monkey. I got my monkey with Dust, the first ever auction on the Decode auction. That's where I got my monkey with Vipers, and yeah, it's a good one. And I will get more because I'm gonna have some pre-sale too. That's my intention. So yeah, like
we want that for you.
Yes, that's what's gonna happen, man. I'm gonna triple my bike for sure. And okay, so let's start with you guys, because like Maurice and Benny, do you want to introduce yourself to like the two people in the back that don't know you, or like what you do for the Monkey Dao?
For sure, Benny, you want to go first?
Yeah, for sure. So my story is kind of interesting. I won my monkey from a project called Monkey Shitbox, and this was like December of 2021, at the very end of, or kind of at the beginning of the bull market, in the middle of it. And I only paid 0.3 SOL for one Monkey Shitbox, which essentially was just like a mystery box project, and you had a chance of winning an SMB. Cool. And I got insanely lucky, ended up winning this monkey that I'm still rocking right now. Hopped in the Discord and tried to just learn as much as I could, really. I mean, I just sat there and talked to everyone in DGen Mints and chat, hung out with Super Simon and Ricki and the VCs. And just got to know all the monkeys, and quickly kind of just fell in love with the community, realized how much value that there was. So I tried to sign up for Monkey Monday, started hosting that. So I've been hosting that for the last year, went to NFT NYC, like we were talking about a little bit earlier. And that's when I realized, when you see it IRL, I mean, it is a completely different experience. It's insane, the connections that you can make online and how it carries over into the real world. And after that, I just threw myself all the way in, joined the board for about 2 epochs until the most recent election restructuring, I guess, and then have been working on the Gen3 team for about 9 or 10 months now.
9, 10 months on the Gen. That's work.
It's been a while.
That's work. So are you excited to mint?
Oh, I'm stoked. I mean, this has been something a long time in the works. There's been a lot of things changing, a lot of feedback that we've had to go through, and a lot of adjustments, but we're finally here, and I think it's going to be fantastic.
That's cool. And and be in the Monkey DAO like basically for free, and after like as a true OG, man, that's cool. That's a nice way to do it, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, a little surreal still that I'm here, but I'm just looking forward now.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Maurice? What's your story?
So I've been in or around crypto Bitcoin since 2011. I had neighbors mining on home computers, and I've watched the space ever since. Had the opportunity to go full-time crypto at the time. I said crypto, now I say full-time Web3 in 2021, and was building DeFi. But I was fascinated by what I was seeing kind of jump up around NFTs. I had witnessed CryptoKitties. I had considered it. I avoided it. And when I saw the monkeys, I fell in love. I didn't mint one. I bought one off the SMB marketplace. And I got wallet drained in the middle of September and 21. And then had my monkey still. So I sold the monkey. At the time it was 69 SOL, which equated to 10K forever for the rest of time. 69 SOL will equate to 10K. And I sold my monkey and immediately regretted it. I still have a DM from, I think it was Jemmy, inviting me to the Discord. So I had joined MonkeDAO and basically sold my monkey right after. But as Benny described, these live events, these IRL events that MonkeDAO throws are really like a catalytic event for relationships. And I had someone that I consider my mentor bring me to some monkey events in the summer of 2022. And immediately I was eyeing my re-entry. And I re-entered and basically made a commitment to myself that I wasn't coming back in just to hold a monkey and fuck around in degen mints. I got a monkey because I wanted to help push the mission and the vision forward, and campaign to become a elected executive. I think we're going on 6-7 months now, maybe a little, no, not that long. Time is an illusion, but I've been on the MonkeDAO board of executives as an elected executive for several months now. Feel at home. I'm in love with the team. I'm in love with the Gen3 team. MonkeDAO means a whole lot to me. It has a lot of sentimental value.
And that's really important because like that was one of the questions like I would have for later, but like we can like start with that. Like the fact that you're going to increase the collection size, right? It will bring more people into the collection. So how do you plan like to onboard those new holders that don't really live what you lived through like in the last 2 years? Yeah, like how are you going to keep that culture inside the collection?
Yeah, I wish Simon was here because I feel like I would be tossing this to Simon. But Simon arguably is like one of the #1 reasons why I came back into MonkeDAO. Summer 2022, NFT NYC, we ran away from a party, went to a roof to watch the sunset, completely connected. Cool. And it was one of those like moments where, you know, I knew I wanted to be back in MonkeDAO. So just to speak to the actual question, we have all of these systems and operations within the Discord server that make onboarding really easy for current Gen 2 buyers and current Gen 2 holders. We have these like exclamation commands. So you could just like put in a word like brand and it'll pop up the brand kit, or you could put in like exclamation Gen3 and it'll give you the Gen3 information. So we really set it up in a way where someone who's brand new to Web3, brand new to Discord, theoretically can come in and within the course of a few hours, really get up to speed. I will say, like, even today, I discovered new pieces of our Discord, which is actually phenomenal, right? Because that means that we could bring in new members and they have a plethora and an abundance of resources and chats and places where they can engage with other monkeys. And Benny, if you wanted to add to that, I you know, feel free.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have a pretty large supply, 15,000, but we kept in mind that adding 15,000 community members, it would be incredibly difficult to maintain the culture that we've really curated over the time, since, you know, over a year now. And the 5,000 of that 15,000 won't be coming out for at least another 3-4 months. We're still working on the auction platform, and that's going to be a slow release using English and Dutch auctions. And then even with the 10K supply right now, we have SMB Gen 2s. There's a 5,000 supply there. For every Gen 2, you can claim a Gen 3. But we don't think that immediately all 5,000 Gen 2s are going to claim all of their Gen 3s. That's going to be open for 3 months. So we really wanted to keep in mind is we want to grow the community, but we want to do it in a responsible way. And just piggybacking off what Marie said as well is that education is massive. Understanding where we came from, how we got to where we are today is what makes MonkeDAO what it is. And he's made some fantastic threads that has really walked through the history of MonkeDAO and given, you know, reasoning for why this mint is so essential to our future. But all of those things coming together, I think we'll do well.
That's For sure. And bro, I'm claiming my monkey like the minute I will be here. It's on my calendar. Like have an event, I will be here.
So just on that note, we also recognize that Monkey DAO is made of a lot of degens and a lot of traders, but also a lot of professionals and a lot of people that don't have all day to be sitting on Discord waiting for a mint or waiting for an opportunity to claim their Gen 3 for having a Gen 2. So that claim window for Gen 2 holders is actually 3 months long. And that gives Gen 2 holders for their 112 soul mint a lot of time to get up to speed or, you know, catch back up or jump back into the Discord. And I do think that's something worth mentioning. So like, please stand there and wait for us to go live. The minute it goes live, I want you to get your Gen 3. But if you happen to need to, you know, something, your cat vomits in the corner, like, don't worry.
I don't have cats. Okay. And I'm unemployed.
I do, and one came in here.
And Super Simon is coming, so we will ask again the question about the community stuff.
Awesome.
The part 2. Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so the schedule, like you said, yeah, like 100%. Like we have time again to claim. So basically, for the people who haven't seen the tweet, if you are not aware of it, I will share it with the audience. But that's I'm pretty sure like everyone is aware of it, but like whatever. So on June 27, like the Gen 2 get it mint. So that's what you said about like the 3 months. Like we can all claim with what we have and get the barrels from that. Then we have the monkey pre-sale. Okay, so I saw that on the Discord. There is different batches. I'm gonna press the button. Then I will get a lot of monkeys because let's go. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be nice. And the batches, thank you for the batches. It's important, like for like people like in different time zone, right?
Yeah. I mean, that was really our reasoning behind doing that. Is we know we have monkeys all across the world, and we want it to be as fair as possible. And so, giving everyone times in different time zones. So you know, no matter you're in Asia or you're in North America or wherever you are, you have an opportunity to claim those pre-sale spots.
And I can't wait like to click and then wait if you have one or not. It's gonna be nice. How is it gonna work? Like, are we going to mint something, or is that like a pre-sale, like first come first serve?
Yeah. So what's going to happen is, like you said, on June 27th is going to be the SMB gated mint phase.
Yes.
That starts tomorrow. For every SMB Gen 2 that you have, you can claim an SMB Gen 3 mint barrel. We're calling them barrels. If you saw the animation, they look absolutely fantastic. And that's going to be at a supply of 12 soul. And then the next day, June 28th, is the Monkey Dao pre-sale 1K supply, 250 during 4 phases. And that's going to have a price of 16 soul. And then June 29th is the public raffle. And that's going to be a supply of 4K with a price of 19.9 soul plus a 0.1 non-refundable fee. And that really is what's going to be the opportunity for anyone that doesn't own a Gen 2 already to get into Monkey DAO and get a Gen 3 mint barrel. You know, we've maintained a 200 soul floor price for as long as I can remember now. And as nice, and as nice as that is, trust me, I love it. It's not a very easy avenue of opportunity for people that are just getting in Solana or even that have been here for a while. 200 soul, that's a lot of money. So with the June 29th public raffle, that's going to be 20 soul total, and that'll be 10% of the current floor price to get an opportunity to enter Monkey DAO. If you lose, your soul will be airdropped to you, right back to you. And if you win, then you receive a mint barrel, and that'll be airdropped. And at that time, that's when everyone will have their barrels. They'll unfreeze if they're in your wallets, and trading will begin. And then that goes on until July 3rd, where you'll be able to finally crack open your mint barrel for the first time and see your Gen 3, which, trust me, they look fantastic. We've thrown out some teasers here and there, but we have a lot more coming.
And is my Gen 2 going to be burned or not?
No, your Gen 2 won't be burned at all. All you do is you go to the website. We partnered with Metaplex to set this up, and you'll be able to claim a mint barrel, pay that mint fee, and then you're fine. That's all good. Your Gen 2 is safe. No worries there. And you'll be good to go.
So it's not a 1-1 like the Gen 2 that I have is not going to be matched to Gen.
Yeah.
Perfect. And did the barrels get inspired from the original King Kong games?
I mean, I think that there's a lot of like the term monkey barrels, that's been around for a long
Mm.
time. There's a lot of video games that have it, obviously Donkey Kong, but a lot of others. So I think it was just a very fun idea that we wanted. And our entire brand is really about, being fun, welcoming, and a good time. And I think the barrel really embodied that the way that we were looking for.
Look who's here. Simon, let's go. Can you hear us? Let's go. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We
Yeah.
can hear you.
I literally just walked in the door in Toronto back from Athens. So it's been a big travel day for me today, but so happy I can make it to this little chat. Hi, Maurice. Hi, Benny. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Simon.
Missed you, man.
Have you seen them before, right? Yeah, you made them here, right? Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, okay. Yeah. Benny and I met last year at NFT NYC for the first time, and then I think that's where I met Maurice too, on the rooftop of MonkeDAO.
Yep.
That's how you create memories and like forever bonds, right?
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Sorry to jump in. Continue your conversation. It sounds like you guys were on a roll with something.
And okay, no, like I asked a question, and Maurice said he wished that you were there. So I will ask you again, Simon, and it will be just for you to answer because we already answered that one, but we want your input on that. Okay, so about the onboarding new holders, how are you going to onboard them into the culture of MonkeDAO and to keep it safe and intact? Because the culture, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we could talk about the culture of MonkeDAO just for a quick second. Obviously, it has a lot of the like OGs on Solana are part of this community, and we were all there pretty early. And over the past year and a half, almost 2 years now, we've been kind of curating a respectable, professional, reasonable culture of people that want to actually build real tangible value on the ecosystem and want to make real connections and real networking. They want to build companies together. They want to build teams together. And with that, we also had a fairly small community. So back in when this minted, it was just the 5K tokens. And from there, a lot of other collections launched their 10K or their 15K collections, and they built their communities. And they were a lot louder than us on Twitter. They're a lot louder than us on other platforms, and they have a bit more of a community to have that flywheel effect. And we kind of saw that as like, well, we need to be a bit bigger. We need to be a bit more louder.
That makes sense.
But we also want to preserve the culture that we have curated over the last year and a half. So to do that, I think we can talk a little bit about how the mint is going to work. Is like 5,000 are going to the current community if they choose to mint them. And then we also have the 1,000 for the pre-sale of the MonkeDAO actual Discord. So for the active members, you may want to pick up a couple more. And then the 4,000 is for the public raffle. So we're not actually expanding the community too quickly from the get-go. So the 4,000 for the public raffle is the best way for a new user to have an opportunity to come into the community at a lower price point. And then it is a 15K collection. So if you did some little bit of math there, that was just 10K. So the last 5,000 will be sustainably and slowly rolled out over the course of possibly a year to a year and a half in an auction style format. And that's not even going to start for another 3 months. So if you're familiar with HadesDAO, they do the Nouns auctions daily on ETH. And it's the same kind of style of like very slowly expanding the community, preserving the culture that we have, creating a lot of like hype cycles, marketing cycles that we can use routinely throughout the next year into 2024. We're really excited to expand the community, but also preserve the community that we have. I'm just going to take a quick drink of water. Maurice, if you could just jump in very quickly. Thank you.
Yeah. So, what I would add to that, and something that I didn't add to earlier, was like, Vince, even you and I were talking before we got onto the channel, like you hold multiple DeGods, right? I hold multiple monkeys. Simon, I believe, holds multiple monkeys. We don't expect that 10,000 or 15,000 new members would join. My assumption is probably a quarter of that or half of that. God willing, maybe three-quarters of that, you know, because like the idea is to grow the community. The idea is to expand out of our current tranche, for loss of a better term. And I think Simon spoke to that perfectly.
Yeah. And Simon, how are you excited to see this Gen3 mint on a scale of like 0 to 100?
How excited am I going to be to see these mint?
Yeah.
Honestly, this is something that we have been working on for, I'm going to say we've been ideating it for over a year now.
Yeah.
Like way back in I think it was spring of 2022. It was when we were discussing like, how do we do the next collection?
Yeah.
What's the art going to look like? How do we do this properly? We've had so many ideas and so many discussions. We've been working on the art for so long. We've been working on the marketing plans, the developers with Metaplex and Seeds. I'm so excited. 10 out of 10.
Yes.
100 out of 100. I don't think I've been more excited for anything in my life.
That's what we want. Yeah, Benny like told us like he was working for the last 10 months over like the in part of the Gen3 team. So yeah, it's like sometimes, but we're here. And that's dope. Yeah, like honestly, like the whole crypto Twitter is behind you, and like I can feel like the sentiment is really good, and like for everything that represented by the Monkey DAO collection, and see that kind of event happening now, that's pretty bullish. That's interesting. Have you seen that? Like, do you have the same impression, the same feeling? Maybe, yeah, Maurice.
I see Benny nodding too. Yeah. If you want to speak first, my friend.
I think, you know, Undy, who's been handling a lot of the marketing on the Gen3 side specifically, and as a team, we've really tried to come together and figure out the best way to start releasing and getting hype going. And a big concern we had was just kind of burning out. You know, we didn't want to burn out the community. We didn't want to burn out CT and just put all this cool stuff, because we got a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool trades, a lot of exciting stuff that we want to talk about, but we didn't want to overwhelm the community. So we really try to do this leveling up, essentially, where we slowly kind of ramp up hype. And I think today has been really one of the big days of accumulation of all of that finally coming together. Mint week, I mean, this is the most important week to have all the hype. You know, as great as it would be to have everyone talking and excited last week, this is the week that matters. And so I think we've been successful in slowly ramping it up and getting it ready to where it's at now.
And I'd add to that, like I feel as if a lot of people for the last year have understood that Monkey DAO is full of builders, and you see a lot of high profile people on Twitter using our PFPs, and it's not so clear maybe the last year, like what the value of joining Monkey DAO is beyond just networking. And I think we've done a really good job recently of outlining what it means to be a Monkey DAO member. What are the benefits? What can you expect? I happen to think our timing, I don't think there's I don't think the term perfect timing is real. I don't believe in that. I think we've built up to this point. I think we put in a lot of hard work and dedication. It comes through in the communication. It comes through in everything we do. And I think the last 5 to 7 days, we've done a stellar job as a collective to catalyze the community further. And I see it's happening in real time on Twitter. I see it happening on real time in Discord. I see it happening in real time in my iPhone messages, getting messages from people that aren't even in our community, aren't even on Twitter, asking me like, what's up with Gen3? Can you help me? So I think cool. It's, you know, the result of a lot of hard work and dedication. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of these guys in front of us.
We're proud of you too, man.
Hey, Ricki.
Oh, man. What's up, Ricki? That's cool. That's cool. I didn't even know we can be 5 people on stream because there is only like 4. That's cool. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yes. Okay, let me put you on stream, bro, like so everyone can see you too. But yeah, man, like that's so cool to have you with Simon and stuff. That's gonna be nice. Because yeah, like last time we did like the first podcast, you were just like you and Simon, and that was a nice episode. Bro, I have so many monkeys tonight. That's so cool. I'm just gonna put you back. And in the chat, like, can you tell me like if you have if you are monkey holders or not? If you can give us like some reaction if you want to mint a monkey in the public raffle. I want to see the like the sentiment. And on Twitter Space, same thing. Like if you're not a monkey holder, or even if you are, you know what? If you are, show us how much you are excited for this Gen3 mint to come out all together. Let's go, Sebastian. That's what's up. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Ricki. You're good. You're on stream now. Welcome home. Oh, you muted? No. What the fuck? No. Are you? Yeah, you muted.
Oh, you can definitely take. You can cover me up. You know, put him nice and big. He's got a beautiful face. Put him in the corner. You can stuff my PFP in the middle. Okay?
No, we don't want to hide your PFP, bro.
No, we want to show everyone your sick ass Skelly, bro.
I can't wait. I've seen so many of the Skellys in the Gen 3 collection, and I know Benny has as well, and you're going to take a quick look at his face. There are some sick looking Skellys in the Gen 3 collection. Some of the traits that we haven't released yet look so good with it. It just I can't wait till people. I want Skelly DAO to grow a little bit. You know, it's a little bit dead, no pun intended. And I want it to grow, and I want it to. Thank you, Maurice. I want it to be, you know, really well known as like one of the best trait DAOs in MonkeDAO is Skelly DAO.
Which trait is your favorite, Simon?
No comment. I can't say because it's not released. Only 40% of the traits have been released. We have a lot of things to reveal coming up on July 3rd when the reveal happens.
Whoa. No, we have echo. What the fuck? Yeah, say again, Ricki. Ricki, can you talk again? That's good. Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ricki. Like, I don't think they were able to hear you, but we all hear it. I hear you. I hear you. Sorry about that, but yeah, I think the mic is not connected with 5 people. That's why. Yeah. Cheers, man.
Bye, Ricki.
Thank you, Ricki.
Who want to repeat? I think we're good. But like basically, yeah, okay. So he said you rock, you're legend, buy monkeys, sweep the floor. We want volume. Let's go. Tag. Oh, okay. So I think it should be fine. I hope we're not going to have echo. But that was awesome. I love this guy. He's so cool.
We love him too.
Yes. Okay. I have another question. What's the Gen 3 mint success looks like? Or even not mint, but launch? What's going to be, what's the success going to look like?
I mean, selling out, obviously, I think that's an essential thing for us. We want a lot of the Gen 2 community to be claiming their Gen 3 mint barrels. We want pre-sale to go very cleanly and a good experience for all of our holders. And then raffle, I think obviously having 4K tickets sell out, having everyone excited about it, and adding new members to the community. Like Maurice said earlier, is like that is the essential goal of the Gen 3 collection, is to grow our community and give these opportunities to individuals in the Solana ecosystem and the Ethereum ecosystem, maybe some people that haven't even been in Web3 before. Give this opportunity to them to join a fantastic OG community with a ton of hard workers and project founders, and make sure that experience is good while also maintaining the culture that we've had, and making sure that the Gen 2 holders are happy with it and they enjoy the experience overall. And we just are able to successfully grow our community in a healthy way.
Let's go. Maurice, do you have a version of the success too?
I mean, I couldn't have said it better. I think essentially, we're at a critical point where we need funding to keep producing the kind of content that we produce, the kind of activations we produce, the kind of events that we produce, the kind of experience that Gen 2 holders have come to know and love. And essentially what this will do is bring in new membership to help us grow all of those activities while also helping us fund those activities. It's really like I keep saying catalyst, but a catalyst, like it's such a perfect term. Like that's a catalytic event for us to completely blow up the growth that we've already experienced. And we've done so much to date without critical core funding. I'm a volunteer, Simon's a volunteer, Benny's a volunteer. We've built more than a lot of projects have built with $1 million war chests.
Yeah.
So for me, the success is exactly what Benny is talking about, but it goes much further than that, right?
And so are you going, oh shit, Hedima, thank you so much, man. 50 USD donation, let's go. Bro, woo, thank you.
You're going to put that towards minting on public raffle, right?
I can do that, man. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Hedima. I love you, bro. I love you. Okay, so, and do you have like personal expectation for what's gonna happen after the Gen 3 mint and like all of the people coming up? And like, how do you see it, like the collection from your own perspective? I
think it's a tough question. I think I want a lot of excitement. I want people to be happy about the art and the attributes. Simon was talking about the Skellys, and the last few days we've spent 10 plus hours within like a 24-hour period of handcrafting all of our legendary species, making sure every single one looks absolutely fantastic, and making sure a lot of the set pieces, the attribute sets that we have, all of them look fantastic. There's plenty of them within the collection. And I think that's what he was kind of touching on, is the Skellys look fantastic with everything. I mean, they look great. And so I want to make sure that everyone has a good time. They enjoy the Gen 3 that they're getting. People are able to join the community and really embrace MonkeDAO and the culture and the values that we have. And also hopefully kind of kick off a little bit of a small bull run. I think a lot of people haven't minted things in a long time. And I'm hoping that this raffle and this entire experience that we're creating for the Solana ecosystem kind of kicks things off, remind people why minting is fun, what there is, and just how exciting the space can be. And hopefully that translates to other collections in the space as well.
Yeah, that's dope, man. It's gonna be cool. Like, honestly, yeah, again, like Maurice, like you're right, it's gonna be like a catalyst for, like, it's gonna be a before and after, right? Like, for sure. And maybe we're gonna see you at the top of the Solana ecosystem. For real.
I mean,
Simon,
let Simon, please. No. I want Simon.
I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody I see in the chat that I recognize. I see Seb, Christina, Andy, Brandon Anderson. Anderson makes some amazing graphical content for us and works with Maurice a lot. Hey, Vincent, how you doing? Andy's Monkeys on Top.
Yeah.
Hi, Christina. Yeah, it's great to see everyone so active in the chat during this podcast. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Personal expectation after the mint, the Gen3 launch.
Personal expectation after the Gen3 launch. My hope is that our community is happy. I think that we have been through a lot together as a community in the past year and a half. Obviously, there's been some trials and tribulations. And kind of everybody kind of agrees that the biggest fudders of MonkeDAO are monkeys themselves. We're really hard on ourselves within the community, and I think we really just need a W. And so I want this thing to kind of break us all out of the kind of the funk that we've been in ever since the market's been going down. And I think once we achieve that, and once we achieve like this level of happiness within the community, and then we share that with the community that we're onboarding into MonkeDAO, we will become the place to be in Web3. And that's my expectation. That's what I hope. That's what I want.
I need a bigger bag.
I don't think we'd argue with that. I'd just love to throw in just a little bit to add on top of that. I mentioned it before, but the whole sub-brand concept that we've been working on in MonkeDAO, I feel like that just gets a crazy injection of talent post-mint. The opportunity that we're going to provide and the talent that's going to come in is really, I'm already inspired just thinking about it. And I'm super duper excited about elevating those people, elevating those sub brands. And I think post mint, that's one of my personal expectations and one of my personal goals is to really like take those people and empower them to the best of our ability. And I think that's been a facet of what MonkeDAO has always done is empower people, even though it's not necessarily by the DAO, it's by the community they're in. And I think this is an opportunity for us to harness that community power, but from the entity that is MonkeDAO, now that we own the IP, now that we own our own future, the possibilities are endless.
100%. Like that's gonna be an interesting like couple of weeks after and then months like to see how like the result of 1 year of work and like see how like the reaction from the people when they're gonna get like the with Gen3 in the wallet and stuff and like wearing maybe going back to Monkey, right? Like to return to Monkey. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
And Edimar, like, if you keep donating like $50 like that, bro, like, for sure, you're gonna see me in Aruba for sure. I told him like today on Discord that he said, he shared a picture of like the beach and like saying like, when are you coming there? And I told him like when we're gonna have like a 100K subscribers. I mean, maybe with like that kind of donation, people will come and subscribe. That could happen soon enough. And like, okay, Simon, like since our last podcast, so it was at the time with like HadesSwap like bought back like the Solana Monkey business IP and stuff. IP, or, like IP. There was like the just IP, right? A lot of change in the ecosystem, right? Like you can see like since then, like way more like AMM and loans and stuff like that. How is that like important, like to embed those partnership into the collection for visibility and stuff like that? But for example, like you have your collection, you have a good APY on Sharky, or like a lot of loans and volume on that, like that can help people to enter the community too, right? So do you see an impact? Do you visualize an impact on the collection because of the development of NFTFi and more tools that we have on Solana now?
Yeah, just to go back to like our first podcast, I think that was, do you know how many months ago that was? Like, it was me, you, and Ricki. I think
yes.
like HadesDAO has still owned the project at that point, and we were still called OMC Monkeys. But a lot has changed since that time. Like obviously MonkeDAO got the $1 million loan from SVB.
Yeah.
HadesDAO voted to sell it to MonkeDAO for $2 million. And then we basically incorporated that collection into and underneath the SMB brand. A whole bunch of slew has happened. A lot of tech has been developed. A lot of partnerships have been developed. And to your question, it's like, that's kind of why we decided, one of the reasons why we thought that the public raffle was such a good idea is because it's a fair way for all of the different communities to get involved. And not only that, but with all of these tools that people have now with these lending and these mortgages, and the availability for people to use their assets to lend them out and get more liquidity, it's a way for them to basically buy a raffle ticket, and if they lose, then they get their sole return and they can pay off their loan. It's just a really, really simple and easy way, I think. And also, Benny had a bunch of lending protocols on Monday Monkey Spotlight today. Benny, do you want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah, so we host every Monday. We host all the monkey-led projects that are building on Solana, and unsurprisingly, we got a lot of monkey-led projects in the Solana ecosystem. And so we partnered with 4 different lending protocols. It was Fract, Citrus, which is by famous Fox, RainFi, and then I'm blanking on the other one. There's one more.
Fract.
Sharkify.
Sharkify, yeah, Sharkify. So all 4 of those are monkey-led projects. We've been working with them for a really long time, and we recognize that a lot of people are going to be looking for liquidity, especially for the raffle, which is why we integrated it on our raffle platform to where you can see all the different opportunities and options that you have to lend out your monkey. And like Simon said, if you lose, you get the sole airdrop right back to you. You can buy back your monkey, and if you win, then you got a bunch of extra barrels, which is also fantastic.
That's I've applied. Like, I saw the form there, and I've applied to be on the show anytime soon. When you have
we'd love to have you.
For me. Yeah. Okay, let's go. And we'd Simon, the stream that we did was like 4 months ago. So
it was 4 months ago. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, man. Like, yeah. So like basically,
time is an illusion. Time is an illusion.
It's basically 100 years ago in Web3 land. But it's less time than Gen3 working, right? Just say. Okay.
It is. I mean, Gen3 has been developing for a long time. But I hope all of that becomes apparent when we launch as to why. Like, there's a lot of moving parts in this, and there's a lot of people were involved, and we think we really hit it out of the park with this one, and we're really excited to launch it.
It's gonna be amazing. Okay, let's talk about the art a little bit. When did you know that the art was, we're not touching anything, like, we're good, it slaps? What was the moment?
I don't know if there was a specific moment. It's gone through a ton of iterations since the very beginning, and we have to give a massive shout out to, at least. And I mean, there's a lot of small changes in there that doesn't even count as an official iteration, but has been small improvements on the collection overall. And the artist for this collection is TWX. His name is Tom. He's a longtime monkey. He was on the board for a while, I believe, at least 2 different epochs.
I think it was a total of 14 months. Like, he was one of the first board members way back in 2021.
Yeah. So he's an OG of the Solana monkey business collection, and he really understands what MonkeDAO is all about. He understands our values, and he understands our history. So I think that was really essential when we're curating our Gen 3, because I mean, everyone loves Gen 2. We got some big shoes to fill if we're going to be creating another collection. And so one of the first things that we did is we wanted to figure out, what did people love about Gen 2? What are the most recognizable aspects? And one of the biggest things is the slight grin. You can see on Simon's PFP right now, it has that slight grin on the left side when you're looking at it. Which actually on the Gen 2s, it's not even really a smile. It's more of like an outline to its snout. But everyone recognizes it as a slight grin, which gives it this kind of cheeky, friendly, and an inviting look. And so we wanted to embody that. And along with that, we also increased the pixel count, which gave us a lot of opportunity to add a ton of different traits and add a lot of detail that just wasn't possible with a limited amount of pixels within Gen 2. And so we originally released, I don't remember the date that we kind of put out the first iteration, and it was something that we liked. We felt confident about, but we also recognized that we receive a lot of feedback. You know, when it's only 5 different people looking at the collection and kind of editing it, sometimes you can be a little narrow, tunnel visioned at times. And so we knew that there was going to be a lot of feedback that we needed to incorporate. And so part of the ways that we wanted to fix that is we added Zeno, he's renowned on Solana, absolutely fantastic artist, recommended by a ton of different monkeys that we should add him as an advisor. And he was more than happy to join the team and help us really figure out and curate this collection as well as we could have. And so he's been on the team since, the very early days, and him and Tom have been on calls on a weekly basis, really figuring out what traits we wanted to add, how to create them, and more importantly, the color palette. That was something that was kind of near the end of the stages. Is once we figured out the traits, once we figured out the model, we needed to figure out the perfect color palette to really bring everything together and make those combos look, better than ever. So that once we kind of got through the color palette, and I remember Tom, he went through every single attribute. He went through every tone of every shade of every color. It was absurd the amount of work that he did, but that's just how much he loved the collection and how much he wanted it to look fantastic. And I know once that color palette audit was finished, he was like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think we're ready to really start bringing things together.
That's dope, man. And honestly, that's what it takes, right? Like, it's really, really hard to create hard DAO slab, and like where you don't get destroyed on crypto Twitter, but also like, it makes sense, like the whole color palette and stuff. That makes sense with all attributes, and there is no ugly monkeys, right?
Yeah, and the Gen 2s are so loved, and that's something that we want to embody. We wanted Gen 2s to be unique and Gen 3s to be unique, but when they come together, there's no better feeling in spaces, right? When you look into the audience and you just see a ton of monkeys in there throwing up reactions, throwing up hearts, that's a great vibe. And so we wanted a Gen 2 and Gen 3 to be unique, but when you put them together, you can see that there's a correlation between them. You can see the evolution of Monkey DAO in those generations. And that's something that I think that we accomplished really well. And on that point, there's no copycats of Gen 2s in the Gen 3 collection. So, for example, Simon's monkey right here with the Skelly and the Monkey Dao hat, the green hat, or Jemmy's. Everyone knows Jemmy's, which is the naked Solana skin with the sombrero. There's no naked Solana skin with sombrero in this upcoming collection. That's something that we really wanted to keep a mind out for, because it would look terrible. If someone had this monkey but in Gen 3, I wouldn't feel great about it. And so that was one thing that we focused on. I think we only had 40 traits carried over from Gen 2 into the Gen 3 collection.
Okay. Over like how many traits?
I think we're roughly around 200. I don't know the exact number, but I think we might be a little bit above 200 total.
So you will have to choose another PFP from Gen 3 and you have to rebrand.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I got my Gen 3ified Gen 2, but it's tough. It's going to be a tough decision.
You need a PFP generator that embed like both or something like that, or maybe one in the banner and something.
Whoever figures out the best merch that can put a Gen 3 and Gen 2 in there together is going to make a lot of money. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. What about you, Maurice? Are you going to rebrand?
I don't know. So my Gen 3ified monkey is definitely not going to be in the new collection. And I know that we don't have cigarettes in the new collection. And that actually brings up 2 points that I'd love to hit on from an outside perspective. Like, I was elected on the Monkey DAO board, and Simon immediately pulled me aside and was like, I got to talk to you about something. And we started talking about the at the time, the original Monkey DAO collection, or the official Monkey DAO collection. And 2 or 3 things came up in conversation. One was that we are trying to build an IP that is on the same level of Disney. So it could be, it's family friendly, it's acceptable to everybody, it keeps mom and dad excited and the kids entertained, and everyone could have fun in the same scenario. And then on top of that, it was distinctly designed for a Web3 lifestyle to use on your PFP, to be seen on an iPhone, to be seen on Twitter. And I thought that was phenomenal because, you know, they took into account watching 2 years of people mint out different projects, mint out different concepts. And they took all of that research, all of that knowledge, applied it to this collection. I'm blown away by the art. I absolutely love it. I'm a pixel art like geek. I grew up, you know, I'm 33. I grew up in the 90s, like watching pixel art. And for me, this like hits all these different things on the head. And like, I'm super excited and proud to like show my mom, you know, and she's like, I want a monkey. I want to get in. And I'm like, I don't know if you could hang. I don't know if you're right for Discord, but like, we'll get you a monkey. But I think that's part of the power of it, right? We're speaking to all walks of life, all demographics, all backgrounds, all creeds, race, ethnicity. Everyone could get down with monkey business.
Awesome, man. And so Simon, like you're basically a VIP where you can carry your own Gen 2 to Gen 3, right?
Yeah, like I have the Gen 3ified version of my Gen 2. That's the one that you can see here on the screen. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be rebranding. The one at Naked Skelly is just, it's just too good, especially since I minted it too. Like I minted this Skelly back in 2021. It's basically me and this guy are just stuck together for life. With that said, you know, I can always make a nice banner with a whole collection of monkeys that I like. So in the Gen 3 version, you know, I'm gonna be doing some shopping. I'm gonna do some trading.
Okay, so you're going to mint your Gen 3, but you're not going to stay with your Gen 2. Is that the lesson?
I'm gonna stay with my Gen 2. I'm gonna be minting Gen 3 110%, and aping all of my available liquidity into the public raffle.
Oh yeah, okay. So after the public raffle, everyone's going broke and not going to pay for food or rent, but we're just going to ape in hard into monkeys. Let's go. That's what's up. No financial advice.
Yeah, NFA.
You can always loan out your monkey as well, so you don't got to worry about rent.
Thank you, Chucky. How can you rebrand the face of Monday Monkey Spotlight from Christina? That's she's right. Blasphemy. Yeah. I need to get me headphones Gen 3 monkey. Is that possible? Do we have headphones?
Yes.
Yes. And Ryan DM me on Discord, like legit, I need a monkey. That's his DM on Discord. So need a monkey, bro. Which to do? I don't know. Yeah. It's gonna be people are hyped, man. That's exciting. And what's gonna happen after Gen 3? What are you cooking? Oh, what about Gen 4?
I think we're one step at a time right now. Being in launch week, once we get through this, then we can start looking towards the future.
Yeah, I don't know if you talk to a birthing mother in the room while she's giving birth, whether she's ready for the next one.
Yeah.
I think all of us, I'll speak for myself. I know I want to get past Gen 3 and just really spend time for that community and for those new members and bring them in. But again, like we own the IP now, so the possibilities are endless. And I know that if all goes to plan, we should definitely be trying to grow the community again in the not so distant future.
That's cool. And okay, well, and any plan for the Gen 2? Like, so are you going to trade Gen 2 how like the OG of the collection, or like what? Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's interesting. Because you will have the 15 and then it's not burned, so they're still here. So yeah, basically you are 20K collection.
Yeah, I don't know if one of you guys want to comment on that one as
Simon.
I'll take it. Sure, yeah. So like we're not changing anything about the Gen 2 collection. They are still the premier collection within MonkeDAO. The OGs, they still have full access to everything, access to everything, best access to everything. And the number one biggest thing they have is they have voting rights within the DAO. That's 5,000 votes to help direct the DAO towards what it wants to become. Yeah, there you go. Maurice is pointing to it. And also, like the Gen 3s still have access to all the things, the supplies, the qualities, the services that the Monkey DAO provides. They just don't have access to voting on all of these things at this current time. Okay. So that's kind of how we're differentiating it, is like the kind of voting governance rights and access to, how this all works with the bylaws and the treasury and all that kind of stuff. But you were asking a question earlier about what's the plan after Gen 3? And the Maurice made a pretty good joke. I'm going to use that one next time. Definitely. Thanks, Maurice, for that one. But also, like, we need to note, like, the auction platform still needs to be built. Yes. So like Gen 3 won't be done until late 2024, probably. Okay. And so we have a lot of things to work on in that time. And we have a lot of ways to grow all the services that we already provide to the Gen 2 holders to expand that into the Gen 3. And then obviously the market plays a bit of a role in this as well. And other collections that come to Solana and other collections that go from Solana. So like there's a lot of different factors that you can't predict over the next, year and a half. What we're going to be really focusing on is the community, and just curating that community, growing that community, and listening to that community, and really just kind of taking everything we've already been providing and just pumping it up. That's cool. Pumping it, making it bigger and better, and with funding. So now we actually have funding to deliver all these things to our community members.
That's dope. Okay, so basically you're just getting started this week. That's just a new beginning. No break, no holidays, no nothing. You're not going for yacht after the mint.
No sleep.
Exactly. Let's go. Are you guys going full time? Because then you will have funding, so you can get paid.
I mean, I've already been full time, even without paying.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've gone into a few conversations lately where I easily do 40 hours a week on the low end. I'd probably say average is 50, 60. We all love Monkey DAO, and this is a pure passion project. I don't know any other collection. I don't know any other DAO. I don't know any other collective of people working as hard as we have on something that has literally cost us money to participate in. Yeah. I've had to forego contracts for consulting. I've had to, forego opportunities to mint and trade and be a degen. Like my core focus right now is getting Monkey DAO to the place that it's supposed to be, putting it on that pedestal. I think we're just literally getting started. And the idea is that all the executives can go at least full-time Monkey DAO on paper. And we want to be able to compensate core contributors like Benny. Yeah. Benny puts in hours and hours a week as he had full-time Monkey DAO plus whatever he has to do to pay bills. He deserves something in return. So do all the other people working on Monkey Monday Spotlight, the Banana Split, people organizing town hall, people organizing events. I mean, we have a lot of volunteers that all deserve something in return.
True. Yeah. Like Simon, you need to get paid backwards for the last 2 years that you spent as an executive. I will put a proposal on the DAO for that.
I'll give that proposal a thumbs up. Thank you.
That's what's up. And we basically gonna reach the hour. So we did it, guys. That's cool. That's amazing. Honestly, I love the stream with you guys. It's amazing, and I can feel your passion in this project. And bro, you're gonna take over Solana, man. It's time.
That's the goal
for the monkey. It's time for the monkeys to
that is literally the goal. Yeah. We would love to be the ambassadors of Solana.
I mean, historically, it's already the case, right? but now, yeah, you can put like some market cap numbers behind it and then drop down. And then if market cap and then get bigger than everything, and then Disney valuation.
Mm-hmm.
Disney of Web3.
That's it, baby. Disney of Web3. Benny knows.
That's what's up. Yeah, I can't wait for like the. Okay, so Marvel is also Disney now, so you can put like all of the Avengers like executive. That could be cool.
I should send you that GIF right now.
Yeah, that's amazing. And guys, do you have anything to add? I went through all of my questions now, so do you have anything to add? Did I miss anything? Did you want to mention?
I just want to give like a shout out and appreciation to Maurice and to Benny. Yes. Maurice, as soon as he joined the board and the exec team recently, has just taken marketing of MonkeDAO and taken it to another level. Like he was basically exactly what we needed last election. He came in and has been killing it ever since. Benny, love you, man. I can't wait. Every Monday, you bring a little bit of heart, warmth to my heart. I love seeing Christina in the audience every week too, or Tina, I think her Twitter name is. And I'm so happy to have you on the Gen3 team. It's been awesome working with both of you. Happy to be here, and thank you for having us on.
Always, man. And bro, I'm pretty sure like everyone is working hard at the MonkeDAO because you're also part of the executive team, bro. Like I'm pretty sure like everyone is like following your leadership because you're a nice guy, man.
Well, thank you.
For you, Simon.
Yeah, just to piggyback on Simon, I mean, Maurice has been absolutely killer with the MonkeDAO marketing. Some of the threads that he puts out are exactly what we need. And he's a big aspect of that education that we were talking about earlier on. And Simon, I mean, I wouldn't be here without Simon. I remember the first day I joined MonkeDAO, no one was in BC. I just hopped in there just to hang out, just to see if any monkeys were going to hop in. And within minutes, Simon was in there. He was asking me about myself, how I got a monkey. Told me to buy a ledger, which I didn't really know much about. And then he sat on BC with me for like 2 hours setting up that ledger. And he's been an essential friend and an essential peer to be working with since day one. So massive thank you to him.
Yeah. And Simon, I remember our like chit chat in the Vancouver pub that when we met each other there, and that was a nice moment too. So I can witness that kindness that you are and stuff. That's cool.
It's crazy how far we both come from that Vancouver meetup back in early 2022, was it? Yeah. Early last year. Wow. What amazing things have happened so far. Mm-hmm. Bullish on us, all four of us. Mm-hmm. Hey, look at us. Look at us.
We were here and now we're here.
Huge Drake.
Okay. But guys, thank you so much for spending like this time with us. I think the chat is pretty bullish on this Gen 3. People who don't have a monkey want a monkey now, and that's what's up. And people who already have a monkey want more. So job done.
Yeah, and for anyone that doesn't own a monkey and they're looking at see how they can get involved, how they can join MonkeDAO and help out the community, June 29th. Put that in your calendars. That's a big day. That's when the public raffle is going to be out there. It is 4K supply, so everyone's got a good chance. 19.9 sold plus a 0.1 non-refundable fee. We got our loan partners on the platform as well. So if you're looking for a little bit of liquidity, you can loan out your NFT. And as soon as you get airdrop, if you don't win, you get your soul airdrop right back to you. And if you win, then you get your barrels. And if you don't win, then you can just buy back the NFT that you loaned out. But I'm really excited for that. That's going to be a big day. Big day.
That's going to be a big day. Simon, do you want to add something?
I would just say it's going to be a big week. Absolutely. So June 27th, 28th, 29th, they're all big days. June 29th, definitely for the public raffle. Barrels will be trading for a few days. Yeah, there's on the board. And then the reveal, July 3rd. And then, of course, the biggest event of all, Benny's birthday on July 4th. Can't wait. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
He has a double B day.
Yeah, no, the July 3rd, I keep saying it's the early reveals, an early birthday gift for me. I'm ecstatic about it.
And whitelist please from Osgun. Like it's a public referral, so
Yeah, no whitelist.
don't whitelist. Just to get some liquids from like loans or not, and then you're in. That's it. Maurice, do you have anything to add? Like it's gonna be a big month.
Yeah, massive month, and I just like I have a very hard time taking compliments and just sitting here quietly. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you. Simon is a core facet of he's a goat, and he's a core facet of the reason why I got back into Monkey DAO and wanted to become an executive. His dedication, his love and passion, and Benny's the same. I didn't know Benny like I do now, and I fucking love this guy, and I would stand behind him in battle any day of the week. And I think that's something that, you know, comes through everything we do. If you want to join a really passionate, loving, compassionate, elevating community that is just trying to get behind you and push you forward, join us. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Reject humanity, return to Monkey Gen3.
That's it.
That's what's up. Oh, okay. I have a question. If someone doesn't it's just new to Solana, would you tell them to buy a Gen3 or a Gen2?
Tough. That's a tough one. I think Gen 2 really has the provenance if they're looking to get that OG collection that everyone recognizes and everyone loves. I mean, that's a great place to start. But also, if you're getting into Web3 for the first time, that can be pretty expensive to be throwing down that type of money right away when you don't know too much. So it's really
expensive.
Yeah, well, Gen 3 is much cheaper than Gen 2. So
no.
Gen 3, yeah, for now. But you know, I think it's really up to the individual themselves. And Gen 3 is an opportunity for someone that is interested in Web3. They want to learn everything they can. They want to join a community of builders and project owners and founders. Gen 3 is an opportunity to do that at a reasonable price.
Yeah, I would add to that like if you are looking to join Monkey DAO and you don't have the liquidity to buy a Gen 2, I think getting in with Gen 3 and getting a taste of what we do and getting a taste of who we are, that could sway you to get a Gen 2. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, right now, if you want to impact the direct trajectory of the DAO, yes, you could get involved with sub brands. Yes, you could get involved with, you know, projects here and there. But if you want to vote on the literal bylaws, and if you want to vote on how things develop internally, structurally, you're going to need a Gen 2. But I think getting in with a Gen 3 and finding out if that's something you want is a beautiful opportunity, because up until now, the barrier to entry was a variety of, you know, 200 SOL, give or take a little bit. And at times that's been 20K, 30K. I'm super excited about Jemmy said the other day as a joke, it's now the barriers to entry have dropped to a barrel to entry. And I think that's really brilliant, and I want to run with it. So it's just a barrel to entry now over the next few days, and we're super excited to see new faces come in.
It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. Simon, do you have the same answer?
Kinda, yeah. First of all, I wouldn't tell anyone to buy anything, because that sounds like financial advice. I would encourage them to do their own research, and I would say that being here in this podcast is a great way for them to do their own research. But they should also check out our socials, like on Twitter. They should read our bylaws and governance documents on the Monkey DAO website. They should check out all the collections on the Solana Monkey Business website. And if they feel like they want to dip their toes in the waters, there's definitely a collection that will have a lower barrier to entry. And if that's where they want to start, then they are free to do that.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, public raffle on Thursday. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. That was a real pleasure to have you on the channel. You can come back whenever you want. I will DM Simon anyway too, like, because it was great. So we will do an episode 3. I will make a Monkey Dao playlist on the channel because it's home.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for having us on for the second time. I'd love to come back on. Maybe later in July we can talk post-mint details, do a little debrief.
Yeah.
Ready for the debrief, man. That's gonna be nice.
we need to get past the stuff that happens for the debrief.
Yes.
But we're coming back for sure.
Exactly. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ricki, for like popping up on the channel and like without the song. That was cool. But we heard you. Thank you, everyone on the YouTube live. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone who joined us on the Twitter space. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because that would give you whitelist for the Decoders Mint. Also, to any monkey holders, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, 5, you will also have like OG treatment on the Decoders Discord, which is like basically free mint and stuff, and more allocation. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, we will see you later, and we'll see you in the group chat. And mint, whatever. Okay, NFA, but get a monkey. Bye, everyone.